Nobody's out here, no one's in the streets, so we are taking advantage of this time to create content just for you. Hey you guys, this is for you if you're looking to be like, okay, how do I stop using my social media as a hobby and how do I start to monetize it as a business? Here are 5 tips that you're going to be able to apply to put you into massive momentum to turn yourself into your own personal brand. Tip number 1 is pick 3 words that you want your ideal customer to describe you as. Use this as a barometer for your success. You're gonna know when you're on the right track, when your own customers and your followers and your audience start describing you with these 3 words. What can really help you to get started to be like, okay, how do I really understand what those 3 words are? Is like reach out to the people that are closest to you. Grab 5 people that know you so well. They know your passions, your vision, your strengths, your zone of genius. They know your vision, where you want to go, and say, hey, how would you describe me? And listen, pay attention, like see what they're saying and start to piece together. Be like, these are the core 3 things I want others to describe me as, not your business, but you as a leader, you as an authentic brand, you as your own personal brand. Number 2 tip, you guys, is brand stories. Stories are everything. It's the core essence of your content. It's what makes you who you are. It shows the grit, the depth, the authenticity. It's what makes people connect to you. So you need to identify what are those core brand stories that you're gonna rotate your content through. Sometimes you're gonna feel like, oh, people have already heard this or people have already read it. But if you're growing your audience, if you're growing your business and your brand, you're gonna be attracting new people at all times. You want them to know, you want them to start by identifying your 3 macro stories. These are like the biggest points in your business, the most monumental, the most powerful points of your life or your business that are shaping you to where you are today. It would be like me deciding to leave my job and have enough courage to start my own company. Then I would take under that and identify the 4 core micro stories under that give it validation. So you're gonna consistently rotate between all of these so that as you attract new people, as you build the audience, they're gonna get to know you. And sometimes it is gonna feel like you've said it a million times, and that's okay because it's omnipresence. You want people, you wanna be in people's face all the time, getting to know why they should be following you, what value you're adding to them, why giving yourself credibility, earning the right to be able to deliver that content, to earn the right for people to wanna buy from you, to make the decision to buy. Tip number 3 is how are you structuring your content? So if you're looking to build your own brand and have your own message put out there, your content needs to speak that language. So a really good way to create content that activates, you want your goal to be content that educates people, engages people, and activates them to make a decision. Your goal at the end of the day is to convert them to buy something, right? So your content constantly needs to be engaging your audience to want to learn more. Or a good tactical tip that you guys can take away from this is creating the sandwich method. I actually learned this from Angie Lee. Imagine a sandwich. You have your top layer, your bread, then you have your meat, your cheese, your lettuce, and then the bottom layer, right? That's how you should be writing your content. And you're gonna start to notice it more. If you're new to this, you're gonna start to notice other people's content being written like this. That first top layer is gonna be what activates people. If they're scrolling and we're information overload, you need people to stop and read your content, right? So that first sentence should be something that's powerful, like a powerful statement or a powerful question or something that's gonna evoke emotion that creates people to stop and wanna learn more. The second one needs to immediately go into a story to capture them, to ask a question does this resonate with you? Relate to them. So maybe it's something maybe you're talking to people who've lost their job right now. That second one would be listen, I know how you're feeling. And then you're gonna fill in the blank of how are you feeling? How is it relating to them? And then ask a question that creates engagement. The next one is gonna be how are you stepping into showing that you've been there too? So you're gonna be I've been there too. And fill in the blank. This is gonna show that you can relate to them, that you've been through it too, and then the next one's gonna be how you overcame it. Now, how are you stepping into the expert? How did you solve the problem? How did you go through that and how did you come out of it? That gives you the credibility to help them through it. And then the last part, which is that bottom bread, is gonna be what actually grabs them to activate them. Maybe it's are you feeling this way too? Slide into my DMs, let's talk. Or maybe you're selling a product and you're are you in a place where you're looking for a solution? Let's talk, click this link. Like, this is your call to action. Never write this like powerful content and then never have a call to action. Even notice all my videos, I'm like, hey, are you interested in learning more? Go to LarrenKelly.com or like go and swipe up, because I want to connect with you. I want to add more value to your life. That's my call to action. So when you look at your content, how are you writing content that's going to activate people, engage them, educate them, relate to them, and then create the call to action to move them into buying or making a decision? Tip number 5, the last tip, is be transparent. Be authentic, be vulnerable, show that you've been there too. Share your stories, show the challenges. Like, nobody wants to follow a leader that's just like all ego and being like, oh, I've done all of this, but they've never shown the hard parts that they had to get through to get to where they're going. People want to be on this journey with you. They want to know that you're relatable, that you're authentic, that you're there with them through the process, that you're not up here like, show the journey so that people can come along for it with you. All right, guys, those are my 5 tips. Go to LarrenKelly.com and you're going to receive business for breakfast tips all the time. Like, I want you to be a part of this community. I want you to be a part of the podcast launch. I want to help be a part of growing your business too. So go to LarrenKelly.com and I'll see you inside. Go. Why can't I do it?